Thiruchitrambalam, Hara Hara Nama Parvati Padaye, Hara Hara Mahadeva, Sitsabesa, Sivasidambaram, Tennaduடைய சிவனே போற்றி எந்நாட்டவர்க்கும் இறைவா போற்றி. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். எடுக்கும் ஆக்கதை இந்தமிழ்ச் செய்யுளாய் நடக்கும் மேன்மை நமக்கருள் செய்திட தடக்கை ஐந்துடை தாழ் செவி நீள்முடி கடக்களிற்றை கருத்துள்ளிருத்துவாம். உலகலாம் உணர்ந்து போதற்கரியவன் நிலவுலாவிய நிர்மலி வேணியன் அலகில் சோதியன் அம்பலத்து ஆடுவான் மலர் சிலம்படி வாழ்த்தி வணங்குவாம். சைவத்தின் மேற்சமயம் வேறிலை அதில் சார் சிவமாம் தெய்வத்தின் மேற் தெய்வம் இல்லனும் நான்மறை செம்பொருள் வாய்மை வைத்த சீர் திருத்தேவாரமும் திருவாசகமும் உய்வை தரச் செய்த நால்வர் பொற்றாள் எம்முயிர் துணையே. தில்லைவாழந்தனரை முதலாக சீர்படைத்த தொலைதாம் திருத்தொண்ட தொகைடியார் பதம் போற்றி. உலையவர் புராண கதை உலகறிய விரித்து உரைத்த செல்வமலி குன்றத்தூர் செக்கிழாரடி போற்றி. ஆதாரமாகிய மாணிக்க வாசகர் பாதார விந்தம் மணிவும் பண்டு செய்த தீதான பாவங்கள் எல்லாம் தீர்ந்து ஞானோதயம் வந்து குழுமே. திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். திருநீலகண்டம். Dear devotees, welcome back to the Periyapuranam Discourse series. We are here to think through the wonderful history of two Nayanmars today, Shri Moorka Nayanar and Shri Somasimara Nayanar, because the history is very short, so we'll be able to cover two Nayanmars in today's session. Let me bow my head to the lotus feet of Deva Chekla Swamigal and also to the Konamati Kalyanapuri Adina 57th Pontiff, Shri Gomathinayagam Manikosika Swamigal as well. By the grace of the Almighty Lord Shiva, let's go ahead and get started. Imbiran Shri Moorka Nayanar. Moorka Nayanar was born in the family of farmers in the town Thiruchitrambalam. Thiruchitrambalam, it's close to Chennai. Nayanar lived there, and he also did his services there. Then he went to Kumbakonam and did more services in Kumbakonam as well. Moorkar is not his real name, but it was given to him as it described his action perfectly well. So we don't know exactly what the real name of the Nayanar is, but Sundar Swami referred him as Moorka Nayanar. And he had taken upon himself the noble cause of feeding the devotees of Lord Shiva. We have discussed in various Puranas so far. Devotees, you may probably remember in Nayanar Puranam, Nayanar Puranam. We are going to talk about the importance of feeding Shiva devotees in Nayanar Puranam in another 2 or 3 classes as well. So, Maninil Pirandar Perumbayan, Madhisuda Manala Hadiyatame Adu Sevittal. We covered this in 3 years in the Nayanar Puranam. So the most greatest benefit one can get by being born in this world is to feed devotees of Lord Shiva. That's what Moorka Nayanar was doing it. He was organizing grand feast for Shiva devotees every day. Grand, the numbers like countless devotees. So the number of devotees he had to feed was increasing day by day, and but fortune, however big, when being spent regularly, would get exhausted someday or the other. And that happened. Soon, all his wealth disappeared, and he spent all his wealth just by feeding Lord Shiva devotees. Then he started selling his possessions, the properties he had, to continue his service to devotees of Lord Shiva. When it became clear that he had nothing more to sell, he had no other option other than start cashing in on his own ability to win in a game of dice, gambling dice. He was an expert in the game of dice. Sundar Swami also referred to him as Katta Narsudan, a learned, good gambler. David Chekla Swami also refers to him as good gambler because he has good thoughts. He never used the money for himself. So he was sure a winner, and all the money he won was spent in the noble cause of feeding the devotees of Lord Shiva, not for him or for his family. And he would not tolerate any dishonesty or treachery in the game. If he noticed any of this, he would attack the player with his knife. That's why he got the name Moorka, Moorka Nayanar. So the Czechoslovakian calls Nayanar a good gambler. Um, and very soon he had defeated all the players in Kudandai, Kumbakonam, and then he visited the neighboring towns to play and win more money. It's just that the end justify the means. So all the sins he had incurred by playing the game of wager got nullified, literally got nullified by his noble deed of feeding the devotees of Lord Shiva. That's the only thought he had in his mind. The only goal of his life is to feed Lord Shiva. He will do anything and everything to continue that service. So he kept Lord Shiva in front, and his thoughts and activities, everything were controlled by Shiva Karma. So he did not earn any sin. So that's the story of Imberman Moorka Nayanar. It's a short story, but the message is very clear that he put Lord Shiva devotees first, and feeding the Lord Shiva devotees was his most important service, which he did this until end of his life. One fine day, Shri Moorka Nayanar attained the lotus feet of Lord Shiva. The next Nayanmar we're going to talk about today is Ambaran Somasimara Nayanar. Somasimara Nayanar. Somasimara Nayanar was born in Thiruambar Makalam, a very auspicious city close to Thiruvarur. He was born in the family of Vedic Brahmins. He was devoted to performing yagnams and very grand yagas. That's why he got the name Somasi Marana. The best yaga performed by him was Somayagam, making him popularly known as Somasimara Nayanar. An important specific phrase from Somasimara Nayanar I would like to quote here. Wonderful phrase composed by Deva Cheklaswamigal. Deva Cheklaswamigal says, எத்தன்மையராயினும் ஈசனுக்கு அன்பர் என்றால் அத்தன்மையதார் நம்மை ஆள்பவர் என்று கொள்வார் சித்தம் தெளிய சிவன் அஞ்செழுத்து போதும் வாய்மை நித்தம் நியமம் என போற்றும் நெறியில் என்றார். Whoever that he is, whatever the character he is, if he is a devotee of Lord Shiva, then he is the one that rules us. That's how Somasimara Nayanar led his life. எத்தன்மையராயினும் ஈஸ்வருக்கு அன்பு என்றால் அத்தன்மையதான் நம்மை ஆள்பவர் என கொள்வார். In order to make his thoughts clear, he insisted himself on the practice of reciting the name of Lord Shiva, Sri Panchakshara, Namah Shivaya, and pricing it as a duty to do it every day without fail. சித்தம் தெளிய சிவன் அஞ்செழுத்து ஒதும் வாய்மை நித்தம் நியமம் என போற்றும் நெறியில் என்றார். So he would visit all the places auspicious to Shiva to get his darshan, and he went to Thiruvarur to worship Lord Tyagesar and Vanmikanatha. There he met the great Shaiva saint, one of the Samaykuravas, Moorka and Paravinachiyar. So he paid his obeisance to them, got their blessings. Somasimara Nayanar used to give spinach for Paravinachiyar Sundaramurti Swamigal every day without fail. That was his service, and he saw Sundaramurti Swamigal as his guru. And Somasimara Nayanar continued to pray to Lord Shiva and do services to Sundaramurti Swamigal for a long time. there's one specific function organized in Ambarmakalam temple once a year, which is Ambaryagam, where Somasimara Nayanar asked Sundaramurti Swamigal. He made a humble request to Sundaramurti Swamigal to invite Lord Yahesar for his Somayaga. Sundaramurti Swamigal said, "Yes, I would ask the Lord to come down to your yaga, but there is no reference of this in Periyapuranam, but it is captured in the Sthala Puranam." Okay? Just want to make sure. You may not see any of this reference in Periyapuranam, but it is captured in Sthala Puranam. I'm just telling you for your awareness. So Lord Shiva, Somasimara Nayanar was doing the yaga in Ambarmagala temple. Sundaramurti Swamigal came. Sundaramurti Swamigal already asked Tyagesar to come down to the temple. Tyagesar said, "Yes, I will come up as you wish." And then Lord Shiva and Goddess Parvati, along with Ganesha and Murugar, and with 4 Vedas as dogs. So he came in a completely a different form, which is not allowed in any auspicious places. Totally different form, with a dead calf on his shoulder. He came. Everybody was freaking out and they ran away. Well, this guy came in. He shouldn't have come in. Then they ran away. But Somasimara Nayanar recognized that's Lord Shiva. And then Lord Shiva gave him the darshan as a Tyagesa Murti. Then he blessed both Somasimara Nayanar and the Sundaramurti Swamigal. That function is still conducted every year in Ambarmakalam. So if you get a chance, do plan to visit that function, attend that function once in a life. That's pretty much about Somasimara Nayanar. And having completed Somasimara Nayanar, we are done with Vambara Varivanda section. Vambara Varivanda section is over. The next section is Varhunda Vanamalayal section. Then we'll be going through Sakya Nayanar and few other devotees in Varhunda Vanamalayal circle. With that said, let's end the class for today. Thiruchitrambalam என்றும் இன்பம் பெருகும் இயல்பினால் ஒன்று காதலித்து உள்ளம் ஓங்கிட மன்றுளார் அடியார் அவர் வான்புகழ் நின்றது எங்கும் நிலவி உலகலாம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம். ஹர ஹர நம பார்வதி பதையே. ஹர ஹர மகாதேவா. சித்சபேசா சிவசிதம்பரம். திருச்சிற்றம்பலம் திருநீலகண்டம்.